I'm Sarah Starr, and this is your space weather forecast for the day. So the Schumann resonance is back after a long blackout. No data has been recorded or put back on, but it looks like that we are actively still jumping these timelines. We are also in an S1 solar radiation storm at the moment, and the region 3536 is still active. So here are all of the flares that we have had today. Notice that we have a high percentage of still having an X-class flare here. We have large percentage for these C-class. We're definitely going to obviously be seeing them. We already have. And an M-class flare, which is what we had yesterday. All mainly from the region 3536. Let's take a look at this region today. So here we are. We have dropped the delta configuration. However, we are still in beta and gamma. This region has went down in size and in the number of sunspots. This region gave us an M3.8 and an M1 flare yesterday. This was the most active region. It also produced a halo CME. However, it was moving ahead on the Sun-Earth line, so there is going to be no impact there. And a beautiful glimpse at what this M3.8 flare gave us. Beautiful burst. Like I said, there was a halo CME that was associated with this burst specifically. Note the percentage for our X-class from this region. Note the proton level. This is going to come into play, and I will show you our solar radiation storm due to the protons. But yet again, this is the most active region, and we are going to closely monitor it, especially because we have these right here. So they do have buffers. There are quite a buffers. However, it is slightly coming together. The most of this bulk happened after we had those two M-class flares, but we still have some activity right here. So we have 4 regions on the sun today. Notice that these regions right here, they're just not numbered yet. Same with on the other side over here. But I want you to get an idea of where this region 3536 that gave us that M-class flare and those couple X-class flares. Note that it is coming towards the middle of the sun. So if this gets a little bit more complex heading towards us, there is a very large chance that this will be a direct hit. So we are currently at a 90% for these proton levels. We have high protons, especially since we're in that solar radiation storm. But we were pretty stagnant, hit those 2 M-class flares, and thus have died down at the current moment. But as you can see, we are still in that S1 solar radiation storm. This is very minor, but it is affecting regions, mainly in the northern and the southern hemisphere here. So the absorption here is going to last a couple of days. We reached over 10 mega electron volts, and we're going to see this kind of diminish around the 5th and the 6th. Now we do have some coronal holes that are forming right now. We have this one down here. This is the most prominent one, and we do have kind of non-existent ones in the other regions up here. However, it is coming Earth facing, this new one that just appeared. And remember, 3536 is right above it, so any flares from here next to our highly magnetic coronal hole is going to help lift them off towards Earth. So our solar wind is low at the moment. We averaged around 420 kilometers per second. The density here is very low. We actually just dropped. So here's our geomagnetic storm forecast. We are not expected to have anything at the current moment. Maybe reach KP3 levels and KP2 levels over the 5th and the 6th. Yet again, solar radiation storm will die down around this exact time as well. But here we are with our Schumann. So this was kind of surprising. It looked like we were getting a little something. We had a lot of something over here. So much collective purging was going on. So there may have been tons of triggers due to the high density and the high purging content for specifically these timelines. However, we did black out. We are missing a large portion of whatever is going on here. But when it did go back online, we do have these individual timelines yet again. But I do wonder what is missing right here. What do you guys think? So the moon is still in that Libra energy, and it's helping us find balance. And then Mars is switching into Capricorn energy. It's bringing a whole new energy, guys. However, today might feel very slow. little hard to move through. But don't worry, because later you'll be able to break free. But first, we are revising those plans. And now we are ready to clean up that to-do list because we're starting something new. So how do you feel today? Proton levels are up, so you may feel a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit nauseous, ear ringing, and dizziness is going to be prominent. Make sure you are resting and doing some self-care today. I'm Sarah Starr, and this is your space weather forecast for the day. Love ya.